In this video, I want to talk about ChatGPT, plagiarism, and essay to both students and teachers. In fact, I asked ChatGPT to write the introduction to this video, so here we go. Welcome to Mr. Messenger's YouTube channel, where learning is always a blast. Are you ready to become a ChatGPT pro? Because today we're diving deep in the world of AI and answering all your burning questions. But before we get started, let's start with a dad joke so bad, it's good. Why was Batman kicked out of the library? Because he's using his Bat computer without permission. Now that we've gotten that out of the way, let's get down to business. You'll learn all about what ChatGPT is, whether using it in your essay is considered plagiarism, and how to detect a student use ChatGPT to write their essay. But don't worry, we're not just going to throw facts at you. We're going to make it fun, engaging, and share some inside tips and tricks. Trust us, by the end of this video, you'll be a ChatGPT expert. So sit back, grab some popcorn, and let's get started. Not so bad. So what is ChatGPT? It was launched by OpenAI in November 2022 and quickly gained 1 million users. It's considered a large language model tool, which basically means it's a robot that can take a bunch of information, use a complex algorithm to then create meaningful language. It can't speak from emotion or think the way humans do, but it can mimic human conversation. When you log in, you have to prove that you're not a robot, which is kind of ironic because it's a robot. ChatGPT is the best of its kind so far, and you can do tons with it. Some examples include debugging computer programs, writing songs, and even making up recipes. As you probably already know because you're watching this video, you can use it to do your homework and even write essays. In fact, I ran some tests myself. I asked it to write an essay about the causes of World War I, and as a former history teacher myself, it did a pretty but scary good job. It will fool most conventional plagiarism checkers, so whether you use Turnitin.com or Google, it won't catch it. This is a massive game changer for most teachers and students. But before you celebrate if you're a student or freak out if you're a teacher, at the end of the video I'm going to show you 2 simple ways to detect a plagiarism. Before we move on, I asked ChatGPT to write the most engaging sentence ever to guarantee that everyone subscribes to my YouTube channel. Here's what it said. Imagine a world where you can laugh, learn, and be entertained at the same time. And that world's just 1 click away. Subscribe now to my YouTube channel and join the journey. So, it work? Now, is using ChatGPT in your essay plagiarism? Yes, it's plagiarism. In fact, there's actually a new word called AIgiarism. AIgiarism. Yeah, okay, whatever. It's plagiarism. It's plagiarism because you're falsely claiming someone else's work as your own. And do you think robots don't have feelings? You look CP3 in the eyes and tell me he would not be hurt if he cheated off his homework, or the fact that Tin Man doesn't have a heart. Wally, the Iron Giant, they all have feelings, so stop cheating off of them. Not only are you falsely claiming a robot's work as your own, but it takes information from somewhere else to create the content. The AI is designed to take large information from the internet, usually without the permission from the authors, to create your work. And to be honest, it doesn't work perfectly. For example, think about that dad joke I said at the beginning of the video about Bat computers. Not only was it cringe, it just didn't make any sense. One person described ChatGPT like a student that gets called on by the teacher and answers the question confidently even though they slept through the entire class. It's convincing nonsense. In fact, OpenAI, the company that made ChatGPT, says this. ChatGPT sometimes writes plausible sounding but incorrect or nonsensical answers. I talk more about plagiarism and the dangers of it in the video above, but in short, don't plagiarize. Because to be able to write is to think and express that thinking in meaningful ways, and that needs to come from you, not a robot. Now, what you've been waiting for. How to detect if a student used ChatGPT to write their essay. There's 2 simple ways. Let me show you. First off, OpenAI has their own AI checker, and the link is down below. I pasted part of the essay that ChatGPT wrote for me in the checker, and there you go. If you look at the bottom, it shows you this was not made by a human. They're also working on creating some sort of watermark that will be imprinted on all ChatGPT content in the future, which will make it even easier to detect. Second, this computer science student from Princeton, Edward Tian, created an app to detect plagiarism. He calls it ChatGPT ZERO. He's basically the new and improved Arnold Schwarzenegger, the Terminator, just slaying robots. The link is in the video description, but basically you go to this website, paste the content, and it'll start analyzing the text. In the top right corner you can see that it's running, and this version does take longer than the first one I showed you, but it's highly accurate. It measures the perplexity, the randomness of the writing, and gives you a score. The lower the score, the more likely it was made by a robot. You can see I have a low score, therefore it caught it. Also, if you hit this button down below and then wait a couple seconds, it tells us that our text is most likely made by AI. It's kind of funny that we're using AI to detect other AI, but hey, whatever works. I also imagine that in the coming months, people will create more technology and apps and computer programs to stop the robots from taking over. But here's the reality. AI isn't going anywhere. I imagine it's only going to grow from here. So here's my challenge. Whether you're a student or a teacher, I want you to answer this question. How can we use AI in the classroom in a productive and meaningful way? And as you think and answer that, let me leave you with this dad joke written by ChatGPT. Why don't scientists trust atoms? Because they make up everything. No? Okay. Whatever. The video's over.